All right, guys, this is week 2 of October curriculum. This video is for Wednesday, Thursday. And so before we get going, I want you to get your body warmed up with some exercises. Do 25 jumping jacks, 10 sit-ups, 10 push-ups, and then do 10 of these. We call these front ups on each side. And then finish with 30 seconds of like mountain climbers, jogging with high knees, or even just hold a plank, doing something like that for 30 seconds. Get your body warmed up, ready, set, go. All right, so first thing we're going to go over today is reviewing the slipping, okay? Slipping is one of those boxing moves where you're dodging from a punch, okay? The idea is that the punch is coming straight at your chin, and all you're doing is leaning away from the punch, okay, to the side, getting it offline, okay. So just like with a bob and weave, you want to try and lean towards the outside of the punch, to the outer arm, right? Because if I'm punching this way and then if someone leaned this way, then I'd be able to just pop them right there. But if I punch this way and then lean out that way, I'd have to like cross over and try to reach across my own arm to get a follow-up strike in. So really just practicing that little bit of movement, right? It's fun to be moving a little bit and pretending that that punch is coming straight out at you. Dodge from it, dodge from it, dodge from it, dodge from it, right? If you have a partner, a parent, or someone who can throw you a couple of punches for you to practice leaning out, you can even do a little bit of a parry with it. If you don't know what that is, don't worry too much about it. But really the most important thing is keeping your hands up, right? You don't want to open your hands and make a path for your partner to be able to punch you. If your hands are in the way and they end up hitting your hands as they're trying to punch you in the chin, that's okay, right? You don't have to catch it, but as long as those hands are up and they're trying to punch through them and you lean off out of the way, okay? If you do happen to catch it with your hands and you kind of push it off to the side a little bit, that's okay too. Keep those hands up. I know last week when we were practicing these in class, kids started standing like this so they could wait for that punch to come through. Well, you still want to have your hands in the way so that the punch has to get past your hands first, okay? And even if your hands catch it, still get your head out of the way, because there's a good chance if they're hitting really hard, your hands might even come back, right? And you don't want to bop yourself in the face if you happen to catch the punch with your hands, right? But lean off to the side and keep those hands up in the way of that punch, okay? So now we're gonna make a little combo using our palm strikes and slipping, all right? So in your right side back, hands up, we're gonna do 2, 3, right? Remember we've been doing our 1, 2, 3, 4 drill, so I'm trying to use those same numbers. So 2 is with your forward hand, 3 is with your reverse hand, right? So we're gonna go 2, 3, slip, and come back with a 3, okay? So again, it's 2, 3, slip, keep those hands up, and 3, okay? Again, 2, 3, slip, 3. All right, now I'm mirroring you. If I face the other way and stand the same way that you're standing, it looks like this. 2, 3, slip, 3. Okay, so the forward hand first, 2, reverse hand 3, slip towards your reverse side, and then come back with another 3, right? So parents or partners, if you have mitts, the way you would feed that is you want to have them hit across to the opposite. So their left hand hits your left hand for 2, and then their right hand hits your right hand for 3. And then for their slipping, you want to stick that mitt straight out towards them, so they have to lean over this way, okay? So stick it straight out towards their chin, so they've got to lean over, and then stick this one back out for that follow-up 3, right? So it goes 2, 3, slip, 3, okay? I hope I did that mirroring correctly. But make sure you're hitting across, having them hit your opposite hand. So they're hitting across, not going same side. right? So it's 1, 2. All right, so again, here's that combination. 2, 3, slip, 3, okay? That's what I want you guys to work on, because that combination is going to build, and we're going to end up adding on to that for the testing combination with bob and weave and some more palm strikes. Kind of got a little bit of a boxing feel to some of our skills this month. So again, 2, 3, slip, 3. Coming right back at it, keeping those hands up. Practice that combination. If you have someone who can feed those mitts to you, all the better. Otherwise, just practice in the air with some movement, right? Keeping your feet moving and go 2, 3, slip, 3. Keep moving, and 2, 3, slip, 3. All right? Get your body moving a little bit, practicing that combination. Ready? All right, guys, next thing we're going to work on is a little bit challenging. We've been doing crescent kicks, and so I wanted to add a little something to our curriculum this month to incorporate those crescent kicks. It's going to be challenging, but it's really fun to do, and once you get it, it's a really cool looking martial arts move. And so I really want you to practice some perseverance and determination in working on this. What we're going to do is a spinning outside crescent kick. All right, so really quick, here's it full speed. Okay, spinning outside crescent kick. It's really fun to do. I'll show you the other way. Boom. Okay, I'm a little better at it on that side, but since I'm mirroring you guys, I'm using my other side. So the way you do that spinning outside crescent kick, hands up, turning towards your back foot, okay? Turning. When you get right about here, where you can look over to your shoulder and see your target, that's when you pick up your foot as you're coming through and snap it out on the way around, okay? So again, slowly turning towards your open side, right? You don't want to turn this way, because then you get tangled up. So turning towards your back foot, turning, and don't move your feet, right? You don't want to pick your feet up yet until you get right here. Pick up that back leg, and then kick it around as you come around, okay? So you gotta start out slowly. The trick is keeping your front foot glued to one spot, right? So if my front foot's on an X, it never leaves the X. As I spin around, kick and come around, that front foot stays on the X. And you can decide which side feels better for you as you spin, boom, and come around. The idea is when it's full speed, boom, coming around like that, okay? So decide which direction feels better for you, which leg back you like better. Starting out slow, right? We're not expecting to get it exactly perfect, right, this first time learning it, okay? So be patient with yourself, but it's turning towards your back foot. Remember, this foot in front doesn't move at all. It stays in one space. It does have to pivot around, but you don't pick it up at all. Come around. Outside kick as you come through, keeping those toes pointed up. All right, what you want to avoid is this, where you turn it into a hook kick like that. That would be a hook kick. So make sure that as you're coming around, those toes stay up to keep it as an outside crescent kick with the toes up. All right, so that's spinning outside crescent kick. Spend a little bit of time. If you need to kind of hold on to something as you're going, reach around and grab it. Well, if you're grabbing onto something there, then you can't kick over it, so forget that, right? But you could hold something back here and then set it down, right? So if there's, maybe have a chair behind you that you can turn, grab onto the chair over here, and then kick as you come around. That might help you a little bit with your balance, okay? So spinning outside crescent kick. Enjoy. All right, guys, so today we're talking about number 4 and number 5 on our sheet. Number 4, not complaining when things don't go my way. Gosh, guys, I can't tell you how important this one is, and it's even hard for adults, okay? But we've got to learn that we don't always get what we want, okay? And if we get mad and throw a fit about it, that's not going to get us what we want either. The best thing to do is just say, okay, Mom, okay, Dad. I mean, if you feel disappointed and a little mad, it's okay to feel that way, as long as you don't, you know, throw a fit and start saying disrespectful things and talking back to your parents, right? It's you can have those feelings and still have self-control so that you don't do things that are going to get you in trouble. Okay, because again, it comes back to being respectful to your parents or to anyone who is not giving you what you want. If you start being disrespectful, throwing a fit, talking back, getting mad, throwing a fit, tossing things around, then you just end up getting in more trouble. Things get worse and worse and worse. Okay, so try to do your best when you don't get your way. Even if you're disappointed, mad, or upset, take a deep breath. Just say, okay. Depending on what it is, you may be able to ask, could we please maybe do that next time? Or is there a way I could earn some money, like maybe do some extra chores so that I could buy that thing that I'm asking for, right? Using these kind tone of voice, kind words and tone of voice, being respectful. It's okay to ask questions, maybe not in the moment, maybe later after you've been upset, maybe you needed to go cool off in your room or something, and then you come back and talk about it and ask questions about it, okay? But it's up to you to decide to not throw a big fit and get into even more trouble, okay? Let's talk about number 5, think before I speak or do something, okay? That comes back to those impulses. Controlling our impulses, right? Because sometimes it just comes out of our mouth. Sometimes we just lash out. And we're still responsible for those actions. It's not okay. Impulses are not good, okay? And the sooner you can be aware of those impulses, even the impulse to go like this, right? If that pops out, sometimes you get in trouble for that too, because that's having a bad attitude and being disrespectful. So, take a deep breath before you say anything, especially if you're upset, right? Especially if you're not getting your way. Okay, Mom, right? Think about if that's something you would want someone saying to you or doing to you. Being respectful, treating people the way you want to be treated. Being aware of being respectful, like we learned about last month, is really going to help you with your self-control. Working on your self-control is going to help you to be respectful and treat people the way you want to be treated, okay? So take the time to think. And I know as kids that's tough. Your brains are moving so fast. Things are coming in and out, popping in and out, right? But you still got to do your best to try and decide which thoughts you're going to pay attention to and decide what you're going to do about them. It's always good to take a deep breath before you let anything come out of your mouth, okay? That's something I have to practice and work on myself, so I hope you guys can work on that too. All right, we'll see you next time.